Hello and welcome to Creatively Montessori. I'm Ingrid and I have been a Montessorian for well over 25 years. So I welcome you to our channel. I hope that you are a returning subscriber or that you enjoy our content enough that you want to become a subscriber. This is a practical life material that I'm going to demonstrate for you today. This is something I would have out on my practical life shelf in February because I'm doing the heart, love, friendship theme. Most of the things in the basket are red or pink in nature. There are some that aren't, that are just, I wanted something that opened that way, and it's what I happen to be able to find. I do change out my open and closing work monthly. This is a variation of the jars and lids material that you can have. It's practical life. It helps work on fine motor skills. And so I will demonstrate it for you and then anticipate any problems that you may have, but I would love for you to comment on what you do for open and closing work, where you have sourced materials. I do my very best to find them at garage sales, thrift stores. I oftentimes ask parents if they've, if they're done with a makeup container or if they've gotten a freebie from somewhere, and they oftentimes will just donate them to me, and then I'll figure out which theme or which month or where I want to use it. So that's where most of these are sourced. I love reusing things. This is baby food jar. I love how it just snaps on. They don't have those little glass jars anymore that had screw top lids. I still have a few because I used to collect them, but those I have in with my jars and lids, not in with my open and closing. So let me go ahead and show you what's in here, and I'm going to present it as if a child were with me, and then I can talk about the things afterwards. Open. 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 When I present this lesson, I would just do it in a straight row across the desk, but here I'll do more of them here so you can see them. Open. 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 So you can see that I have my material that's open. For me, depending on the size of my basket or what I'm putting the items in, I ideally like to have 10 different items that open and close in different ways. And you can see based on this, mine don't all open in a unique way, but unless I'm doing something specific where I'm putting in 10 items that zip, in slightly different ways, they have different zippers. This one is a magnetic close. This is a pop off. That's a pop off, but again, slightly different to me because there's no start point. This is, I don't even know what you call this, a canning jar. I don't know what that attachment is. This again is it's a pull off. It's not a pop off like that. This is a drawstring. This again is kind of a different kind of pop off. This, I think it came with earplugs in it that I got when I was going on a plane once. This is a twist off. This again is a little bit of a pop off, and that's a zipper. So you can see that I have a variety of items. I will tell you that, so that's how you do it. You lay them out and you say open every time you do it. You then start back with the first one, you close it, you put it back in the basket. I will tell you, it is interesting to watch what children do with this material. What I observed them doing over the years is they will see what this fits into. And then, so they'll put it in here and then they'll close it. and then they'll put it back in. And again, I don't intervene with that. It's totally okay with me. They're learning different concepts when they're doing that, right? They're seeing what fits in what. They sometimes will close this and then they'll put it in here and then they'll put this in. And I just think they want to see how much they can get in this. And I think that's awesome. I love watching them do things like that. And then they'll zip it up. Sometimes you will see that a child either hasn't really completed the work cycle. And so they might leave things, they might put it back in the container apart. And if I see that happen, I'll say, oh, please close all of the things so it's ready for the next friend. And sometimes I don't. I'm busy doing something else in the classroom or I just didn't catch it. But when my assistant or I are restoring the material, meaning when the kids go down for nap, we check all the material and make sure it's all ready for afternoon work time or for the next day. We would check to make sure this was all ready to go. I'm putting this back randomly, which I shouldn't be doing. I should have just started with the top left and we put that in first, and I don't even know what's going on. Things are not staying on. So it's top left and we go left to right. So we basically are putting it not back in the reverse order, but we start again and put things back the way we got them out. This one is very difficult for primary age friends, especially those 3-year-olds. This one is very loose, so it's not hard to do. Sometimes they're a little bit hard. So this one is one of the ones frequently that gets put back in the basket without being finished, without being restored, if you will. So this is one version of open and closing. I have many versions of open and closing I'm going to present to you so you can see some of the different items I got and then how it is laid out. So please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit that alarm. Hit the little bell. You'll get an alert when I upload a new video. And I do plan to do my very best to do 3 videos a week on Montessori materials and presentations, on product reviews, book reviews, those types of things that hopefully whether you're doing Montessori at home or Montessori in a commercial setting, whether it's you want to be more Montessori like in your daycare at home program, or you're just a Montessori lead guide who wants some new fresh ideas. I taught in a Montessori toddler class and a Montessori primary class, Montessori elementary classrooms, but my toddler and primary classes, I was always looking for things like this just to get some new ideas or see how other Montessorians presented the material to the kids. I'm American Montessori Society trained and certified, and so open and closing work is one of the lessons that I was presented during my training, and so I've just over the years done lots of variations in what was in the containers. And things break and you have to add, and there might be something in here that after I observed the children doing it, I was like, that is way, way too hard and nobody in my class can do it. I would remove it because I don't want the children to be frustrated. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson and I hope to see you back tomorrow for the next lesson. Thanks for joining me.